So instead of talking to everybody about your goals, me, or like a weird person repeating the stuff to yourself, like I'm gonna be a millionaire, I'm gonna be a millionaire. That's weird, right? All of these are weird. You don't want to be that kind of person. So instead, why not get into conversations with people who are like-minded? And just these things will naturally come out. These things that you want to become a millionaire, you'll say them, they'll say them. It will be natural, and you guys will understand each other as well. So to do that, by the way, also you don't always, even once you find people who want to talk about these things, you don't only talk about what you want to do. You also want to hear and listen to people and hear what they want to do, right? And be genuinely interested, not just like nod and space out while they're talking, right? So how do you find these people? They're everywhere. He wants to, in person. There's a lot of in-person events almost wherever you are. You can look at meetup.com. There's all kinds of events for like making money, starting a business, also like a ton of them, like more than you can attend probably. How to become an entrepreneur, how to raise money, all those sorts of things. And people who attend them are typically people just like you, who are also there to learn, to meet others, and you can network and get to know them, and sort of develop, exchange business cards and develop business relationships with them. Not telling them anything, not showing off, not talking about how great you are, but like genuinely having those conversations, and really it's just going to come out in those natural conversations, like your goals, how to get to those goals, all those brainstorming things. And there's also a wealth of things you can do online. There's a ton of Facebook groups, a ton of blogs that you can comment on, and sometimes even get the attention of the blogger and develop a relationship with that blogger, because they may be a little bit more established, and who knows, maybe they're more connected and maybe they know more, things like that. You can learn from them. On Twitter is like a free-for-all. You can follow every entrepreneur, every business person, learn from them. And by the way, they're all a tweet away. You can always tweet at them, and after a while you kind of get on their radar, because if you tweet at them enough, they'll start to recognize your name and stuff like that. And who knows where that may lead. There's a lot of serendipity that kind of happens on Twitter. And of course, with the people you meet online, offline, the next step is to think about, not yet, don't do this yet, but think about who would you want to, from your conversations that you're having everywhere, online, offline, with whom would you want to, do you have good chemistry, and with whom would you like to meet on a regular basis to discuss these things in a more formal way? And that's going to be sort of the beginning of getting the people that you want in your mastermind. People you respect, and people who respect you, and people with whom you enjoy spending time and talking to, and learn, and that you can learn from them and they can learn from you. Like, you guys have chemistry. And try to identify those people, because those people, they will be sort of like the beginning of your mastermind that you might create. And we'll talk about that later in the course. And the mastermind is going to be one of the really strong keys for you to really take the next steps, get to the next level. So these are the first things. First of all, to just keep on that, get into the conversations, repeat what you want to do, what you're working on, what you're thinking about, and get that reinforcement in your mind to become stronger and stronger and stronger.